Hey, what's up, YouTube? How are my callers doing?
Huh?
I tried to do something cute there. Did you get it?
Oof!
Did you get it? Because we're Carly's calling. You're my callers. Okay, I'll shut up now. Well, anyway, today I wanted to talk about the things I learned since becoming public. I almost said popular. I'm not popular. Since I went public with my weight loss journey on the internet, on YouTube, and Instagram. Here are some things that I learned, some advice I can give to you if you're thinking about making a public account documenting your weight loss journey. Now, I'm not as popular as other accounts out there, so I know they've probably had more experience and maybe have more, I don't know, how do you say, more experience in which they can give you better advice than me, because my account only had, at most, when it was doing its best, 1,200 something followers. Right now I'm almost under 1,000 followers because I stopped posting daily. And I have learned a lot since then. It's been almost 1 year since I started my weight loss journey, and I think I started my account in June, and I started my weight loss journey in April of last year. So my account isn't as old as the journey is in time, but I did use it every day, sometimes posting 2 or 3 times a day. So I feel like I have enough experience to be able to give you some advice. So I'm going to start off with the pros. Why you should make your weight loss account public. And the first is, of course, your friends, family, coworkers, anyone who share your account with are going to be really supportive, or at least you hope they'll be really supportive. There's some toxicity. Is that a word? Toxicity? Yeah, there's some toxic people out there, so be aware. But like for the pros, usually the people in your inner circle will follow your account and support you unconditionally, which is great because when you start losing followers, you'll know for sure that your inner circle group will always be within your main follower base, unless, they unfollow you, but that's very rare. So, one thing that happened to me that I'm grateful for, it doesn't happen to everybody, but my family members and friends said that if I lost a certain amount of weight, they would match me per dollar per pound once I reached a certain point. So like if I lost 100 pounds, they would match $1 for each pound for a gift card to a store to buy new clothing. And my family was like, I'll give you $500 if you lose 100 pounds. And you think that would have been motivating enough for me to stay on track, but that's another story. And another pro is you get support not only from your inner circle of friends and family, but from strangers on the same journey as you. And usually that's pretty motivating because you can find people that are in the same boat as you, maybe similar circumstances, or you can just bounce off of each other for networking and share your goals and keep each other accountable, which is great because sometimes people in your inner circle aren't also on a weight loss journey or a healthy living journey, and it's really hard to find support. So finding support from people on the internet that are doing the exact same thing as you is usually really good. But it also has a con to it, which I'll talk about later. And again, bouncing off of that, learning the strategies and so through networking with other people, you can definitely learn methods and strategies that you've never even thought of before when it comes to either meal prep or exercising or just planning your day. Like time management, I've learned a lot about how to integrate certain things into my daily schedule that I might have not thought about before if I wouldn't have connected with certain people on Instagram. So that was a really good pro for me. Just the whole networking of the internet, internet network. So there are a lot of pros if you decide to go public with your weight loss journey, but they are kind of outmatched by the cons. So I'll be talking about those now. Cons. Your social media networks or your SNS accounts are always subject to spam. I get so much spam, literally almost every time I get a notification on Instagram that someone's trying to private message me, it's either spam, a link to buy some sort of product, or a link to join some group chat that I have no idea who it is, and it's totally unrelated to me. It's just like a whole bunch of people from other countries that don't even speak English. So it's like, why did I get this invite in the first place? But that happens like every day. And I'm sure the people that have like hundreds of thousands of people like following them on their Instagram accounts, they probably get like quadruple what I get. And I already am complaining that I get a lot. And I'm not even that big of an account. So it's like, can we get rid of the spam bots, please? They're so annoying. Like, a lot of them aren't even coherent too, so I just know it's spam, so I just delete. I used to respond to them at first, like if it was a coherent message, like,
hey, I saw you've been doing really good, and you lost a lot of weight. I'm kind of interested, like, how are you doing it? Tell me your methods.
And then I tell them everything. And I actually like put time into messaging these people because I thought they were just people interested in networking. And they're like,
do you want to buy my ketones? Ketones for sale! Ketones!
yeah. The next is, I was almost roped into a multi-level marketing scheme with a company that I can't even remember the name of it now, but it was a company that made exercise wear that was really expensive, and they promised their ambassadors like a 40% discount and a 10% discount to people who used your code, and then you would get commission based off those sales. But the thing was, the clothing itself, the quality looked like garbage, and it wasn't until after I did a ton of research did I realize like how shady this whole operation was, because I was scouted in my private messages and was told like, oh, you'd
be a perfect person for our team, blah, blah, blah. We love, up and coming plus size people trying to take control of their lives. We're a woman-owned business, blah, blah, blah.
I did a ton of research on this company after I said, yeah, I'm interested. And then they told me, well,
in order for you to become an ambassador, you need to buy a product and tell us your purchase code.
And I was like, why do I have to pay you in order to become an ambassador? You're trying to make money off of me. And they're like,
yeah, once you become an ambassador, you need to buy a certain amount of products each month and take pictures of them. We need 2 pictures a month, blah, blah, blah.
It was getting more and more and more intense. And I was like, I'm no longer interested, because I realized it was a multi-level marketing scheme that was going to be really annoying for me, because I live in Japan and this company was, I think, either Europe-based or another country-based, and it's like the shipping was already outrageous, so it just like made the price of the product that I already had like a heavy discount the same as what someone else was buying just to have it shipped to me. And they're like, oh, we'll give you free shipping, and they weren't going to give me free shipping, because even when I did, like, because I almost finished a transaction, like, even at that point, it's like the code's like, it's not eligible in your country. And I'm like, there's something fishy about this. So, you will definitely get roped into joining some ambassadorship program. If they want you to make a purchase in order for you to join the program, it is a multi-level marketing scheme, hands down. So, you gotta watch out for that, because people like me who don't have that much followers are like trying to promote their account to make it bigger, because I always have this dream in my head that I'm gonna be rich and famous one day, so I'm just trying my best. And then there's the people who like to take money from the poor people coming in, they try to take all your funds. Not only do people with multi-level marketing scams contact me all the time, I also get harassed by personal trainers like 24/7. When I was on the best part, like the up and going part of my Instagram journey, where my followers kept going up, up, and up, because I got like 1,000 followers in less than 6 months, because I was posting so much, and I was tagging so much, and I was joining so many groups, and I was promoting my account in other Facebook groups for weight loss and blah, blah, blah. I was getting a lot of people following my account, and a lot of them were spam. Like, obviously, probably like 1/4 of those followers were like just spam accounts, like trying to steal your photos to put on their spam accounts, which has happened to a lot of the people that I followed. Like, people get their photos taken and reposted all the time. I haven't found that out for myself yet, so I really hope no one has stolen my photos, but, it's out there. That's a possibility. Your photos can be stolen. But back to the personal trainer thing, there are so many personal trainers that will just message you out of the blue, give you a full introduction, try to be really charismatic, and try to talk to you about your problems. Because sometimes I did talk to them, because they were like, hey, I can give you some resources. And, you know, some of them actually did give me resources for free, which are nice. But the free bit was you had to put your email in to get the resource, which means you just get subject to spam from this person trying to promote that they're a wellness and health person or, you know, a life coach, blah, blah, blah. Those types of people just kind of like leech onto the people who are up and coming on their Instagram journey, I guess, of posting their stuff on Instagram, trying to, I don't know, feel better about the situation. Like, you know, if I say I'm a personal trainer and I'm actually working for it, then maybe I'll do better, which is fine. You know, there are people that do that, and no props to them that they have a personal trainer, but like, not everybody can afford one, like me. So this is going into how I was almost scammed by a personal trainer on Instagram. I don't know what this guy's name is because I blocked him, and if he is still following my YouTube, then that's hilarious. Like, props to him for trying to make a sale. But anyway, there's this dude. I'm not going to say what country because maybe people will know, but if you have had this experience and you want to tell me like what their name was, like let me know, because like I'm not into outing people for shady things unless like it's like proven that they're shady. It just seemed really shady to me. Like the whole situation just seemed like it was a scam, and I'm not 100% sure if it was a scam, but I think it was. So I was contacted by a personal trainer that seemed pretty legit, but his follower count was really low. I'm like, that's kind of weird that I'm being contacted by someone with less followers than me to be their personal trainer through online training, and we're in 2 different countries. And this guy kept messaging me, and we talked for a really long time, and then he asked to video chat, and I'm like, you know, this is like when I first started my weight loss journey. I'm like, maybe I could benefit from having like an online trainer to give me exercises and meal plans so I don't have to think about it. I can just do it. I didn't think it was going to be very expensive. I thought maybe at most it'd be $100 a month. I don't know why I thought it was that much. Like, I'm sure there are people that do $100 a month, so like, sorry to any like fitness people, like health coaches and whatnot that might be watching this and be like,
that's like so not how much I charge, or that's too much. Like,
I just want to put out there that I was really naive. I had no idea like what people usually charge for these kinds of services, so I was just kind of like over my head not knowing. And this guy video chats me, and this is like in the middle of a time, so like I was at home, I wasn't working, so I was just dedicating all my time to working on myself instead. And this guy was like talking to me, trying to get to know my goals, what I wanted to do, why I was losing weight, what was like my barriers. And he kept saying to me, like,
I really need to know, like, are you invested? Like, this is an investment. And if what differentiates you between the people who are just interested in losing weight or are invested in losing weight?
And I'm like, yeah, you know, I spent like $40 on chia seeds the other day. Like, diet foods are expensive. That's literally what I said to him.
He's like, well, I need to know your credit card information so I can put you down for a down payment, because the down payment is $600.
And I was like,
huh?
And then he was like,
for 6 months, it's $3,000 for my consultation and services.
and I was like,
Huh?
I literally I broke down in tears on the phone with him. I was like,
Huh?
that's more than I make in one paycheck, buddy, and that's before I even pay anything. Like, that would be like 3 or 4 paychecks completely after every expense I have taken out. And I was like, for 6 months, and it's online. I never meet you. You never, like, you don't actually meal prep my food. I have to do it, and I have to do the exercises by myself. You're not there to spot me. We're not simultaneously video chatting while I'm exercising. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah.
I need to know your credit card information for down payment.
I was like, no, I'm not giving you my credit card information. If I was really gonna go through this, you should probably look into PayPal, because then my credit card information isn't out for you to get. You know, and he's like,
What's
and
PayPal?
I'm like, if you're from any Western country, which he was, you will know what PayPal is. So I was like, I think I'm gonna go. I literally was sobbing and hung up, and I cried for about 3 hours after that. I'm like, how could I be so stupid? Like, I can't believe I just fell for this scam. I was like so aggravated. I told one of my friends and they were like, yeah, that was definitely a scam. And I was like, why was I so stupid? And I was like sobbing. Like, that really like effed me up, if that makes sense. Like, I was like, wow, I really thought I could trust people. But then I realized this is the internet. You can't trust anybody. And that was a good life lesson for me. Oh my god. But one thing I wanted to talk about before I got to that, which was the worst thing, the worst con since I went public with my weight loss journey, was not only do I get messages from multi-level marketing scams and people trying to sell their products, like unsolicited product links, and just butting in and telling me,
You'll benefit off my ketones!
and like multiple comments on all of my posts, and I'm like, I don't want your ketones! Like, it's so annoying. Or,
Have you heard of these gummies?
and I'm like, no, I have not heard of these gummies, nor do I want them.
We ship to Japan.
I don't care, I don't want them, sorry. Like, I get so many messages from sugar daddies looking for a sugar baby. And you know, some of them are convincing where they actually look like they could be real sugar daddies, but I know all of them are fake accounts. And I get the ones that like follow me and then will comment like,
Lovely, beautiful, I want you. Will you be my sugar baby?
on like all of my posts. And I'm like, oh, they're trying really hard to get my attention. Sometimes I'm just like, no thanks, because like I have a boyfriend and whatever, and I'm not really interested in that. But like I always jokingly say to my friends, like, I have so many sugar daddies in my DMs, like it would just take a few to pay off my student loans. And we all kind of laugh and give each other high fives, but it's like, I'm not interested. Like, if you just give me money for free just for me being alive, yeah, sure. But like, oh my god, that is like I think the most annoying thing is the sugar daddies, or just the random people from like countries that are in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know why they're interested in an American Instagram account that's posting from Japan. It's just like looking for Americans because we're wealthy, and we're not. So like, I get the people like,
Will you sponsor my visa? I need an American wife. I want to move to America. Can you sponsor my visa?
and I get a lot of people like that, and like, props to them for trying, because they really want to be in America, but why? Why? Why do you want to come, and why are you asking a very small like Instagram account to sponsor your visa when I literally had in my description for a while, no solicitations please, I'm poor? Like, it's just really funny to me. But the sugar daddies thing always gets me. Like, I cannot put enough on my account to say like, please don't bother me with blah blah blah, and I still get it. Like, it's impossible to filter out the kinds of messages you get on Instagram. I just get so much spam, and it's like, I didn't ask for this. And then I'm gonna go to the cons that aren't like physical things that you have to ignore. These are like mental things that come with the experience. And I guess you could see them as a pro, as like a learning experience, but it's mostly a con. When I first started out, like trying to promote my Instagram on the Facebook accounts that I use for weight loss progress, I guess, a lot of them are pretty toxic. Like, if someone's like,
You know, I might have had too many sweets today.
or
This is my dinner, like, rate my dinner.
people are like,
Why are you eating carbohydrates?
Don't eat fruit, those have sugar in them.
You can only eat lean meats and vegetables. Ah!
and like,
Look at my protein shake.
That has sugar in it!
Like, there's just so many people on the internet that just feel like they're the diet police. The criticisms for not doing what's right in other people's eyes, you get them a lot. And it's really annoying because, like, in my situation, there are certain things I can't do. Like, a lot of people are like,
You should join a gym.
You should go out running.
You should do this, this, and this.
and I'm like, well, I can't really do these things because it's unavailable to me in my area. And considering that I'm a government employee of the local government, a lot of people know who I am, where I live. So whenever I go outside, it's kind of like I'm a celebrity. And it's kind of funny because I always tell myself, like, I want to be rich and famous one day, so that it will be like that in the future, where if I go outside, people will know who I am because I am a celebrity, I guess. But like, it's literally like that now, and I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a celebrity of this community because I'm foreign. I can go outside in my pajamas to take out my garbage, and someone will see me and be like,
Oh, it's Carly.
it's like, oh, it's a random Japanese person. Like, I have no privacy. So like when people are like,
You should go out running and doing this and this.
like I did try going out running and people made fun of me while I was doing it. It's like, I can't win. Like, I already have so much self-consciousness when it comes towards my body and what I'm doing anyways, but being in a situation where it's like hyperinflated because I'm literally viewed as a celebrity around here and like just running around and doing stuff to try to better my health, like people will make comments about it as soon as it's happening or later when they see me later.
Look, I saw you doing this the other day. What were you doing? You look so sweaty.
Like, yeah, I was exercising, like, and just being that, like, self-conscious all the time was, like, really screwing with my mental health, and it just made me hyper self-conscious, and I'm already pretty hyper self-conscious already. People will criticize that I wasn't doing enough or anything, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm basically a homebound person right now. Like, I cannot go outside and do these things. I can do them at night if no one's around. But like, the biggest con is like, once you go public, everything you do is and will be criticized from random people on the internet. And it was getting really annoying to keep repeating the reason why I wasn't doing anything. Like, people just refuse to read things. Like, it'll be in the description like, yeah, I can't really go to a gym or anything, but I made my own home gym, blah blah blah. Like, this isn't a real post, but this is like a dramatization. I don't know the word, but dramatization of something that actually happened. So it's like, that could actually happen. So it's like, I posted a picture of my home gym doing what I'm doing. Oh, someone comments,
Wrong pose, wrong equipment, wrong this. You should be at a gym.
and it's like, I'm doing what I can do. This is what I can do based on my current circumstances. Please understand that I want to do these things, but you know, there is around. So not only am I trying to have my private life private in this area because I'm a celebrity, I literally don't want to get sick and die. And people just will continue to criticize it no matter what the situation is, no matter how many times I've explained that this is my situation. People just feel the need that they need to tell me that I'm doing things wrong. And it's really annoying because I can't tell you how many times I've repeated that I live in Japan. I don't have access to these things. I can't really do things outside. I mean, I can if I just get over the fact that people are going to make comments about it and gossip about it and talk to my workplace about what I'm doing outside, but it's like, I really wish I had a private life, and it's really sad, like hypercritical? What's the word? Hypocritical? That I want to be a celebrity or someone famous one day and I can't even handle it now. Like, and I'm not saying like I'm actually a celebrity, it just seems like that to where I live because of how many people know who I am. And another like con is like, social media is always a constant comparison between you and the person's stuff you're viewing, and it really screws with your mental health. Like, I can't tell you when I was first doing my Instagram stuff, like how many hours I'd spend looking at my screen and thinking, maybe one day I'll be that beautiful, maybe I'll be beautiful, maybe I'll actually look like that, maybe I'll actually have confidence in myself to wear those kinds of clothes, maybe I'll be pretty one day, I'll never look like that. That person's so beautiful, they don't even have to try. Like, I could just look at the mirror and the mirror cracks. Like, I can't. And that kind of spiraling mentality kind of overtook me, which is why I kind of stopped posting on Instagram all the time. Because people are like really
Like, I'm looking forward to your post tomorrow. Can't see what you cook or what you make.
and it's like, oh no, I just want to do anything. And like, that's how it became. Because I became addicted to the positive attention I got when my posts were doing well, and because I have a business account, I could see the analytics and see the interactions and everything, and I got obsessed with checking that number, and I just want to do things like naturally, and I kind of am contemplating deleting it or just putting it on hiatus because I just don't want to deal with the mental stress anymore, because even now my head hurts just thinking about it. I just want to give some advice now. Advice. So if you're thinking about making your weight loss journey public and you're currently working on it, be prepared that these cons will happen to you. Like, even if you have like 2 followers, some shark will come out, find you, and try to like either criticize, try to sell you something, try to ask you to be a sugar baby. All these things will and can happen. So it's like you have to mentally prepare yourself for that. If you want to make a weight loss journey, just make it private. So like you can have people request to follow you. If you promote it, then that's fine. But I had it public from day one. And these are the experiences that I've had and my outlook on the whole situation. And I guess the reflection points I've had from doing this and YouTube for almost a year now. I think Instagram is a better platform for this kind of thing because Instagram's mostly photos, but for YouTube I've seen little to no growth in that regard. Like, I feel like 100 followers on Instagram is equal to 1 follower or subscriber on YouTube. It's really annoying, like trying to figure out like, is this even worth it? But what's most important is the work and the progress you put into yourself and your own being as you're working to better yourself, because that's the whole point. So you don't really need to focus on the other things that are happening around you, but I do want you to maybe take away something from this, that, you know, there are pros and cons of every situation. These are the ones that are out there. So if you're not mentally prepared to have that kind of turmoil like me, then maybe you shouldn't go public with your weight loss journey, and maybe just post about it after it's over, or take photos for yourself, but then make a video slideshow of your progress when it's done. So you don't have all the criticisms and everything weighing on you as you're going through it to deter you from your main goal. And I think that's what happened to me. I let those comments and the thoughts and everything take over and cloud my mind away from the main thing I had set my eyes towards. So if that made any sense to you, I hope this video was useful in one point or another. And maybe you will think once or twice before making a public Instagram account for your weight loss journey. I wish you all the best. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!